What's up? What's good? What's going on? It's your boy Jay Craft with the Texas Ziggers podcast, coming at you with another quick episode. I ain't got long to tell you what's going on. Man, tonight was a defensive battle. Oh my God, man. It was just back and forth, stuck on zero for the whole first half, and we couldn't get things going to the second half. Now, it started out with Jalen Hunt had that big, huge sack, like 14 yards lost, caused them to punt. Go 3 and out. I mean, shout out to the players of the game was the defense. Vic Fangio and his defense, because I know they was gas for the fourth quarter, but they hung in there and kept making stops after stops after stops. Offense was good in the first half. They was moving the ball that first drive. Even when Jalen got in the bind and rolled out, Will Shipley caught that amazing catch to keep the drive alive. But it wasn't until Jalen fumbled that things just got off after that. The drives wasn't the same. Something wasn't the same. I don't know if it was the play calling or. But what do you think about the play calling, Kevin Patullo? Or was it? I mean, the defense, they get paid too. So Green Bay, they got Pro Bowlers and all pros over there too. So I know we want to dominate everybody, but they came to play too. And I get the hats off to their defense for keeping us in check like that. Jalen, once again, he had the fumble, but he didn't turn the ball over. And as far as a interception, which was good because that could have swung anything if it was an interception. Um, Jalen fumbled, but then our defense forced them to fumble. But I think the first quarter, the first drive was some balancing attack into the fumble. Goddard had a good game until he ran backwards and could have had that first down. I don't know why he ran backwards. What you doing? So he tried to run around and got hit, and then we end up going 3 and out on that game on that drive. The player of the game though, Jalen Phillips came to play. That boy had four solo tackles, 6 total tackles, 4 solo. I think he had 2 QB hits, a fumble recovery, and on that fourth down stop. Man, and hey, he's worth the money because he was fired up. He was happy to be in the game. I mean, he was happy to be with his new brothers. And Jalen Phillips is the true edge rusher. Because I mean, when they went forward on that fourth down, and he's the first one to get in there and stop him. And the other Jalen Carter had a good game. 2 pass breakups that was crucial. Got them big paws up and knocked him down. Nolan Smith had a sack and a huge QB hit near the end zone when it forced that ball to not reach his target. N'Kobe Dean had a good caused the fumble and a tackle. That was huge when N'Kobe Dean got in there. He was active today. They did the fourth down stop in the third quarter. What else happened? We got lucky on that punt that Gibson. I don't know why Gibson ran his tail in there. Could have been called a safety almost, but we got lucky and they hit the ball. I don't know if his foot was in the end zone when he touched it, but they called it and we got it to the 20. But Gibson, what you thinking? That could have been disastrous. We could have had that ball on the 1 yard line if it wasn't called a safety. So that was horrible. Barkley had a big game. He had a decent game on that huge screen play where he got the first down and did the spin move. He had a great game. He had a couple of big runs. So Barkley he showed up because they was definitely geared to stop the run. So a lot of those yards was hard and fought for. Who else? Dory, he had an all right game. He gave up that third down playing too soft. I didn't like that, but we had to play him. DeVonta, he came and stepped up with that big touchdown. Was huge, and he caught some key third down catches. AJ, I don't know if AJ gonna be happy after the day, but please, AJ, do not tweet. Do not tweet. Somebody hit him in his inbox. Don't tweet, man, because the media's gonna try to trap AJ into saying something crazy, and I don't want him to get emotional when he get home and get his feelings and start tossing and turning, can't sleep, and like I gotta say something. So don't do it, AJ. Please don't do it. Graham had a decent night, getting back in football shape. Jahad Campbell on that pass interference. You gotta get your head around, man. If you'd have got your head around, that might have wouldn't have been called. But when you don't have your head around, the only thing you can do is just start slapping at the arms and everything. That's what it was, a pass interference, because you never got your head around and you start slapping them all in his arms and his chest before the ball even got there. Even Makuba, that was a big pass breakup, man, on that deep throw, because that could have been red zone, and so he stepped up on that one. But I'm concerned about the play calling. I don't know if I can say the play calling or just give Green Bay defense credit, because they are I think they're the number one spot for stopping big plays and stuff. They quarterbacks play tough, and so I got to give them some credit. I don't know what happened with, I don't know how to grade Kevin Patullo's play calling tonight. I'll maybe give it a C. But hey, an ugly win is better than, we'll take that ugly win, versus a pretty loss. So we hung in there. They did what it took to win. Jalen did get a pass touchdown, and it was just a crazy game, 10-7. I mean, most defensive games like that, you just hate to even. You like, it's an ugly game. I want to go to bed, but this was an exciting defensive game because it went down almost to the wire, and then they tried to cheat, and the old boy tried to kick get a practice kick on the field goal before after the refs blew the whistle, and Nick was furious over that. He wanted to fight, and but he tried again, and that would have been that. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. So, man, what do you think about this loss? I mean, this win. It was ugly, and it was too close for comfort. But they kept the defense kept the pressure, which was the key to victory. They kept moving Jordan Love out of his spot, out of his comfort zone. Kept pressure on him. They was getting back there. A lot of QB hits, a lot of QB pressures tonight by the defensive line. They was rushing 4 and rushing 5, and they kept the blitz going. So hats off to Vic Fangio and the defense. They get the game ball for winning this game, because the offense couldn't really move nothing. The offense was kind of stagnant because they get paid too. So they get paid too. So, but I think it's going to be a lot to take away from this game as far as what we need to do, because we can't play like this against Detroit. Detroit definitely going to try to establish the run, and we did okay against the run. It wasn't no big, huge runs, but they had some runs tonight. Josh Jacobs had some runs that was big enough. And you got Jahmyr Gibbs them coming up next week, and David Montgomery. So we can't play like we did tonight. Next week, we have to play better play calling, more of a balanced attack. I think they was committed to the run tonight. They committed to the run. Definitely when their last drive, they knew they had to run the clock down and run the ball. Their last play, where he tried to get it to AJ, I was like, man, throw a slant. That's AJ's specialty. Throw a slant. He tried to go for the bomb. I wish they would just throw a slant, but I hope AJ, just keep his cool. And he had like 2 catches. They didn't target him really much at all in the second quarter. So that's going to be talked about a lot this week. How AJ didn't get no targets, and I know Jalen missed him on one across the middle when he ended up scrambling to his left and ran out of bounds. He missed AJ. But I hope AJ just, take the team win. Don't give the media nothing to be controversial about. Somebody talk to him. Please, somebody talk to him. Help him, Jesus. Fix him. So it's on to Detroit. But we got the win. 10-7, low-scoring defensive game. But it's best to fix things when you are in the win column versus going home with that L and have to figure out what your next move is. Now, Green Bay chances of winning their division, I think, plummet to like, 4%, 40%, something like that. So, hey, like, share, and subscribe. Tune into the Texas Eagles podcast. I'm Horace. Texas Eagles podcast for more extended coverage. And we will get ready for next week. Detroit at home at the Link. And it's going down. Let's go.